Hi, we're Disability Achievement Center, the Center for Independent Living that serves Pinellas and Pasco County. We are a non-residential resource center for persons with disabilities located at 12552 Belcher Road South in Largo. Disability Achievement Center is active in many ways in the community. As far as disability, we advocated for the creation of the Pinellas County Council for Persons with Disabilities, and staff chairs that committee. We are members of the Pasco County ADA Committee, partners with St. Petersburg CAPI, a member of Pinellas County Human Services Coalition, and members of the Florida Association for Centers for Independent Living and the Florida Independent Living Council. With emergency response, we're active with the Pinellas County Emergency Operations Center, having a seat there during an emergency. Our active members of Pinellas CHAMP and Pasco ESF8, which are the Health and Medical Preparedness Coalitions, and part of Recover Tampa Bay Initiative, which is the recovery arm of any emergency response. With employment, we partner with the Florida Department of Education, Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, and staff serves on the Board of Directors for CareerSource Pinellas and the One Stop Subcommittee. Seniors are a big part of the population we serve, and we're strong partners with the Area Agency on Aging of Pinellas and Pasco and the Aging and Disability Resource Center work group. We are a Diapers for Dignity distribution center under AAPP and also a member of Pasco Aging Network. We're members of the Transportation Disadvantaged Committees of Pinellas, of Pasco, and the Tri-County. Follow us on Twitter at DAC Outreach and like us on Facebook at Disability Achievement Center. We'd really appreciate the follow. So what is a Center for Independent Living? We're federally mandated under Section 725 of the 1973 Rehabilitation Act, as amended in '98. We offer community-driven programs, and we truly integrate people of all ages, ethnic backgrounds, and disability types. And every single county in the state of Florida is served by one of 15 Centers for Independent Living. We are unique that 51% or a majority of our staff and our board of directors must be persons with a disability, so we are who we serve. Next is a map of all the independent living centers in the state of Florida. Focusing on Pinellas County first, with a population of 974,996 residents, we have a population of 14.9% of people with disabilities. That's according to the most recent information on disabled. That means in Pinellas County alone, we have over 145,000 people living with disability. Likewise, in Pasco County, that has a population about half that of Pinellas at 553,947, they have a 16.6% disability, equating to 91,955 people living in Pasco County with a disability. That means nearly 250,000 people in just Pinellas and Pasco alone are persons with disabilities. So in 2018, which was our last reporting year, of the 1,122 people with disabilities we helped, 677 were over the age of 60. That gives us about 60% of the population we serve are over 60 and about 40% under. We also provided information and referral to 997 people with disabilities. So as a Center for Independent Living, we all offer the same 5 core services: information and referral, peer mentoring, independent living skills training, both systemic and individual advocacy, and transition. So what are these? Information and referral is a resource list. And since we are persons with disabilities, we use these resources. so we know where they are. We know what works and what's out there if you have a question. So if someone with newly disabled person has no idea where to begin, we're a great launch pad because we certainly do. Independent living skills, we have a young adult independent living skills and social group that meets every Wednesday. Prior to COVID, we met in person, and now they are meeting via Zoom and discussing everyday topics, topics of concern, everything to assist young adults in this group that we focus on at age roughly 20 or 18 to 20 up to age 35 is this group that participates. And we do everything from cooking and holiday parties and art projects, all things to help these young adults grow and improve their social interactions. Peer mentoring, like if you have a trick of the trade, that's kind of what peer mentoring is. We like to put persons with like disabilities together so they have common experiences and common tricks of the trade. We're strong advocates, both individual to make your voice effective and on a systemic basis. I like to tell the story of the individual of a deaf dad and hearing mom had a baby, and they split up shortly after baby was born, and mom petitioned the court for full custody, claiming that he could not be a good dad. Well, we attended every hearing with him and got him into parenting classes, and ultimately dad now shares joint custody with baby. Baby sign language to daddy and speaks to mommy. It's a really wonderful, heartwarming story that I get to tell. On a systemic level, on a higher level, I told you earlier, we advocated for the creation of the Pinellas County Council with Disabilities. We're active in transportation disadvantage programs in the local communities and Emergency Response Coalition, and for employment, serve as a board member on CareerSource Pinellas. Transition is the last core service that we offer, and transition means any type of change. So it could mean from school to work, mom's home to your first apartment, to us providing equipment or home modifications that enable you to stay in your home and not be put into an institution, whether it be a group home, whether it be assisted living or a nursing home. This enables us transition, diversion, and allows us to keep people out of institutionalized care and safe and independent in the community. So then we're tasked to provide other services based on the need of the local community. And this is where the Centers for Independent Living start to deviate. We offer here locally a medical equipment recycling program where we accept durable medical equipment, we fix it, clean it, and give it to someone who cannot afford items. Examples include wheelchairs, both power and manual, walkers, rollators, transfer benches, shower chairs, raised commodes, bed rails, Hoyer lifts, basically the most general things that you think of when in need of certain types of equipment. We also have our consumer, and our most requested program is our Consumer Equipment and Modification Assistance Program. That's where we spend the money. This is all grant-driven, grant and donations driven, where we will, say, repair the wheels on a wheelchair or a joystick, or purchase a bariatric size chair that we don't have in stock or we can't get donated. And we also provide deaf and hard of hearing services, which includes the provision of flashing doorbells, fire and smoke detectors, and shaking bed alarms. We also are providing continence supplies under Diapers for Dignity program, and we just are dabbling, trying to find a home sharing program, and I'll get more into that. So first, about our medical equipment recycling program. Our warehouse is full of refurbished and donated items. So if somebody does, these are not things that are covered by insurance generally, or insurance denies after only allows for a certain amount, or so oftentimes people's needs exceed what is available to them, and they do not have the means or resources to obtain them, and that's why this program continues to grow today. I'd like to tell a story about donations. When a consumer could no longer drive, he wanted to donate his van to another person, so that gives them freedom, and we facilitated that transfer. Our Consumer Equipment and Modification Assistance Program, the CEMA program, that's where we go in and spend the money and install grab bars, install ramps. The ramps that we use are recyclable aluminum ramps. We do have a long wait list of folks who are waiting for those, but Disability Achievement Center retains ownership of these ramps. They are maintenance free, but we do check on them periodically to make sure that the homeowner or the resident still needs them. And if not, when they are finished with them or they move, we're able to uninstall that ramp and reinstall it into another person's home. Diapers for Dignity was launched in 2018 by the Area Agency on Aging. They received a grant because the need for incontinence supplies, they were getting more and more requests, and they partnered with 6 agencies in the Pinellas County area to enable folks to pick them up and to be as convenient as possible. Since we serve Pasco County and we had supplies outside that grant, we were able to expand that program into Pasco County, and today we are the only agency that provides incontinence supplies free of charge in Pasco County, and we also provide them here in Pinellas. In 2019, we served 173 people with incontinence supplies. The Home Share Works program, this is an arrangement. We're trying to find folks who have somebody who has a room and match them with someone who's looking for a room. And there's benefits on each side. We're not charging. We just want successful outcomes, and we are there to provide our services and our supports to help build that relationship and help make that arrangement work. So hopefully post-COVID we'll start seeing something a little better. Meaning we're able to get this more active and up and running, but as of right now, everything is quiet. We do have fun at Disability Achievement Center. Pi Kappa Phi fraternity brothers from all over the country make an annual cycle trip from Miami to Tallahassee, over 840 miles. They zigzag across the state, and they raise awareness for people with disabilities. They've made a friendship stop now at Disability Achievement Center for 7 years in a row. And these young philanthropists are just dynamic, and we try very hard to give them the most current information, to introduce them to the ideas and programs that we're offering in hopes that they can take some of these home with them and share them in their own communities. We offer cooking classes through the Extension Service, and Chef Donna comes in and teaches a 6-week, one time a week for 6 weeks, the basics of cooking. To complement our cooking class, we have started a Green Thumb Garden with the help of the County Extension Service. Our young adults built the raised planter beds, and the Extension Service brought all the plants. So we continue to replenish and redo the garden every season and hope to expand that even further. Prior to COVID, we had a partnership with PetSmart, and every month they would bring in the puppies so that the young adults could have puppy time. It's a great stress reliever. Who doesn't love puppies? And everyone enjoyed it. We hope to start that again once it's safe to do so. Speaking of safe to do so, our online Tai Chi classes began a few weeks ago, And we partnered with Amyongdo Center because the instructor is very knowledgeable on how to work with people with disabilities, and even those with very limited movement are able to participate and enjoy the stress release training. It's an hour-long class on Mondays. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and give us a call, 727-539-7550. We're here to help.